Hey guys, what's going on? Faramar here with another feral video. So today I was checking out on the PTR a couple different builds. The first one I will go over is the Iron Jaws Tiger's Fury build. So with this setup, you're going to be running 3 sets of Iron Jaws traits, which is going to be about a 14% damage increase based on just the Azerite traits. So I'll kind of give you a breakdown of what this looks like. I did a few runs, and if you're interested, feel free to watch the stream on this. So with the Iron Jaws Tiger's Fury setup, and also the talents being run with this, were Blood Talons, Soul of the Forest. It was just our standard single target rotation build. So with this, I can't really fit everything on one screen, so I'm not going to try. But essentially, Iron Jaws will give your Ferocious Bite a chance to proc your Iron Jaws proc. What Iron Jaws does is it's going to increase, based on your Azerite traits, it's about 4k for eye level 420 gear. It'll actually increase your maim damage by about 4k per trait. So if you're looking at the breakdown here, it seems a little weird, right? That Ferocious Bite is only above maim. Or sorry, let me reword that. Maim is right below Ferocious Bite. And I only cast 6 maims in this 3-minute window. These were 3-minute fights, so 3-minute windows on target dummies, right? 6 maims was the second highest damage in 3-minute window, which is insane to me, considering Rip was up 100% of the time. That was a Blood Talons with a Tiger's Fury Rip the entire time. So anybody that is looking at the Azerite traits going into next tier, I think Iron Jaws is definitely something to look at with Tiger's Fury backed right behind it. You're going to average about 24k DPS. Also, just, you know, to put this out there, my experience with adding maim into the rotation is I'm not optimal with it yet, so if this is the route I'll go, it'll take some practice just to kind of rotate that into the rotation. You essentially want to, whenever you get an Iron Jaws proc, replace your next Ferocious Bite with a maim. Something that's important to remember is maim does not increase damage based on pooled energy, so unlike Ferocious Bite, you don't want to wait until 50 energy for your maim. You just want to kick it out immediately, get it on cooldown as fast as possible, because it does have a 20-second cooldown window. So yes, this is a very strong opener, or build. Let me change this up a little bit too, because this one also I was running the Kimball's Razor Claw trinket, which is about 2.4% of my DPS. My rule of thumb is if you're running a damage trinket and it does not put out at least 3% of your damage, it's probably not worth taking. So I did switch it out in later rotations and ended up pumping a little bit higher DPS. This 23.8k is after, you know, all the bleeds and everything fell off. It was about 24.5k to 25k with the Iron Jaws setup. One of my viewers actually came in my stream and suggested something that I wasn't even thinking about trying until he did. So thank you, Borgermon, for suggesting this build. It is it's a pretty known build. I think it's more of a meme right now than an actual thing, but with double Azerite traits going into this next raid tier, this actually might be a build. So just wanted to throw this out here for you guys. It's Wild Flesh Running with Tiger's Fury. Now or Jungle's Fury. Now the thing that makes this work so well is, unlike the Iron Jaws Tiger's Fury setup, you have 3 Azerite pieces that all can run Wild Flesh Rending and Jungle Fury. All 3 of these pieces. So you get triple stack on all 3 of those, which is very strong. On the Iron Jaws, of the available gear, you can only get Iron Jaws and Jungle Fury on 2 pieces. The last piece, I'm actually forced to run Iron Jaws with Blood Mist. So it's kind of, you know, kind of lowers that. It doesn't keep it as strong as the Wild Flesh Ring with Jungle Fury. Because Jungle Fury is clearly one of the best Azerite traits for Feral Druids right now. So the fact that you can run triple Jungle Fury with triple Wild Flesh Ring, if you want to have some fun, I highly recommend running this. So we were testing this out, and with the trinket, something that I noticed was I was running the Deadeye Spyglass, right? And these are just 2 passive trinkets. You get a lot of crit. So with this build, on Tiger's Fury, you're going to have 60% crit, okay? Assuming you have optimal gear. Optimal gear being crit main stat with mastery off stat. You're going to have 60% crit when you pop your Tiger's Fury. So, it was a little bit overkill on the crit, right? There's diminishing returns on how much value you're getting out of that. So I went ahead and swapped it for the most powerful burst window trinket, which is the Gladiator's Badge, okay? So this is going to increase your agility by 2300, and you get a base stat of 200 versatility, right? So that's 2% additional damage just right off the get-go. This was the best setup by far for this build. So another thing to note, if you want to try this out, you want to run your triple Jungle Fury with triple Wild Flesh running traits, right? But the talent build is going to be Incarnation with Moment of Clarity. And essentially what you want to do the whole time is you're going to open with your standard opener, no Blood Talons this time, open with your standard opener, and then maintain Thrash. You want to use Thrash whenever you have a Moment of Clarity, right? And Thrash has 4 or less seconds remaining. This way you don't miss out on any damage on Thrash. You're also maintaining an empowered Thrash, and it's very, very clean rotation. It's very fun, very good. So this is one of my latest breakdowns from that build, right? So Thrash itself doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I was trying to get it on the clear casting every single time so that it was a little bit more empowered, but not amazing. The thing to note is Shred is going to be your second highest damage on this breakdown. And it's insane, right? Each Azerite trait that has Wild Flesh Running is going to be adding 2k damage to your Shreds per Wild Flesh Running trait. That means your Shreds are going to be doing 6k additional damage. When you have Incarn up, your Shreds get double critical strike rating, which means when you go Cat form and you pop Tiger's Fury, you have 120% crit on your Shreds. I know that additional 20% doesn't matter, but your Shreds for 15 seconds of your Incarn window are going to be critting, and it's a lot of damage. So with this, the numbers, and Borgermon helped me kind of, monitor this on the stream and everything like that. You're going to be topping out about 52k DPS, and then it dwindles a little bit, right? So it goes to about 40k DPS, and then you stabilize around 30k DPS until you hit about the minute-and-a-half mark, in which you kind of stabilize around 25 to 27k DPS. So I think this is actually going to be one of the better setups. Another thing I would like to note on this is your Wild Flesh Running is going to be amazing in dungeons. It's going to help out a lot. So this is going to be very good, and the shorter the fight, the more powerful this build is. So in a dungeon, when a boss fight's only a minute, you're going to be topping the meters every time. So I highly recommend checking this out when the new raid comes out next week. Mess around with it on PTR if you're interested, things like that. Feel free to check out my stream if you want more up-to-date information on Feral Druids and how they're going to be doing in the next tier. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below regarding whichever side of this you're on, if you like the video or if you dislike the video, and let me know what I can do better. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.